Ultra-poor families to get family card before Eid. Inter-ministerial meeting chaired by Prime Minister Tariq Rahman take decision to sow 25 crore trees and dig new canals. A 15-member ministerial committee formed to provide family cards to marginal and lower-income people. Finance Minister to lead the committee. US President and UK Prime Minister congratulate Prime Minister Tariq Rahman, wish success of Prime Minister, describing national election as historic. Dismissal from mass media must be under rule. No termination through mob violence, says Information and Broadcasting Minister. Government decides to ensure protein for 10 lakh insolvent families. Outlets for selling milk, egg and meat inaugurated measure to continue throughout Ramadan on 25 spots. Lobbying on education sector would be stopped. Corruption in Education Ministry will not be allowed, says Education Minister in briefing. Trial of crimes against humanity cases during July uprising to continue in Tribunal, says the Chief Prosecutor. Next deposition on forced disappearance and killing case against 17, including Sheikh Hasina, on February 25. Gas blast in central Nigeria kills 38 minors, 27 injured. And in T20 World Cup, Zimbabwe beat Sri Lanka by 6 wickets in other match. West Indies beat Italy by 42 runs. Assalamu alaikum. This is Faria Dilshad Mo, welcoming all to News at 10. Those were the highlights. Now let's move on to the news in details. An inter-ministerial meeting was held on finalizing the action plan to launch the family card as per the election pledge of the BNP government. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman chaired the meeting at the Cabinet Division Conference Room in the Bangladesh Secretariat this morning. Ministers, state ministers and secretaries of the concerned ministries were present at the meeting. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman presided over an inter-ministerial meeting at the Cabinet Division meeting room at the Bangladesh Secretariat today. The inter-ministerial meeting was held on planting 25 crore trees in 5 years and the national level river canal water bodies excavation and re-excavation program. Ministers, state ministers and secretaries of the concerned ministries were present at the meeting. The government today decided to distribute family cards to members of families struggling against abject poverty alongside planting 25 crore new trees and digging several new canals. The decisions were taken at an inter-ministerial meeting chaired by the Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. In line with the election manifesto, the government will implement the family card program even before the upcoming Eid al-Fitr. All families living in abject poverty will receive cash assistance under the family card scheme. A high-powered committee headed by the Finance Minister will outline the family card distribution process, selection criteria, implementation strategies, cash allocation and other relevant issues. The assigned committee will submit its report within 3 working days, the Finance Minister said after the inter-ministerial meeting. Later, the Prime Minister chaired another inter-ministerial coordination meeting that discussed details of fulfilling the election pledge to plant 25 crore trees gradually over 5 years as promised by the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. The meeting also discussed strategies and manuals for digging canals and re-excavating rivers and other water bodies. A 15-member ministerial committee on issuing family code was formed to ensure protection for marginalized and low-income families. A gazette issued by the Cabinet Division informed that committee will be headed by the Finance Minister. Chiefs of the three services paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. Chief of Army Staff General Waqaruzzaman, Chief of Naval Staff Admiral M. Nazmul Hassan and Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal Hassan Mahmud Khan met the Prime Minister at his Cabinet Division office in the Bangladesh Secretariat this morning. Prime Minister's advisor Brigadier General retired Dr. A.K.M. Shamsul Islam was present at the meeting. Earlier, on his arrival at his Cabinet Division office, Tariq Rahman was welcomed by the Cabinet Secretary Dr. Nasimul Goni and Principal Secretary ABM Abdul Sattar. US President Donald Trump has congratulated Prime Minister Tariq Rahman on his historic election victory, expressing optimism about strengthening bilateral ties and expanding cooperation in trade, defense, and regional stability. In a letter from the White House, President Trump conveyed his greetings to the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Highlighting the foundation of bilateral relations, Trump said the partnership between Bangladesh and the US is based on mutual respect and a shared interest in fostering a free and open Indo-Pacific where strong sovereign nations can prosper. Referring to economic cooperation, President Trump hoped that the new Prime Minister of Bangladesh will help to maintain the tremendous momentum in trade relationship between two countries through the implementation of agreement on reciprocal trade, which benefits farmers and workers in both countries. The US President also underscored defense collaboration, saying that Tariq Rahman will take decisive action to complete the routine defense agreements that would finally give Bangladesh military access to high-end American-made equipment, the best in the world. Expressing confidence in future engagement, Trump said that he looked forward to working with Tariq Rahman to make the relationship between the United States and Bangladesh stronger than ever before. British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has congratulated Prime Minister Tariq Rahman on his election victory, pledging to further strengthen the long-standing UK-Bangladesh partnership across key sectors. In a congratulatory letter, Keir Starmer conveyed his warm wishes to Tariq Rahman on his election victory and assumption of office. The British Premier reiterated that the United Kingdom's commitment to enhancing cooperation with Bangladesh in different areas including trade and investment, climate action, migration, defense collaboration and humanitarian assistance. He also underscored continued support for Bangladesh's efforts in hosting and assisting displaced members of the Rohingya community on humanitarian grounds. The UK Premier hoped enduring ties between the two friendly nations and shared resolve to advance mutually beneficial cooperation in the years ahead. Education Minister A.N.M. Ehsanul Haq Milan has announced 3 priorities of the education sector for the time being. The priorities are making students class-oriented, revising the national curriculum and emphasizing technical education. He said these at a press conference at the Ministry of Education in the Secretariat today. The minister also criticized past attempts to cancel school and college examinations in the face of more pressure and ruled out granting autopass. In addition to stopping lobbying culture administratively in the sector, the minister reiterated his strong stance against corruption. The Education Minister also said that teachers will no longer have to occupy the streets to release their demands, assuring that teachers' demands would be addressed through proper channels. At the briefing, A.N.M. Ehsanul Haq Milan further said English medium schools will be brought under government rules, and if any of them commit offences, they will be brought under punishment. Meanwhile, at the briefing, State Minister for Education Bobby Hajjaj said the government will raise the allocation for education to 5% of GDP, fulfilling an electoral pledge. He said education will be the state's first investment, the core factory of human resources and the principal project of nation building. The State Minister for Education said under a medium-term budget framework, the Education Ministry will work with the Finance Ministry to prepare a 3-year fiscal uplift plan. Sheikh Rabiul Alam, newly appointed Minister to the Road Transport, Railways and Shipping Ministry, has said that the service of rail sector will be more improved by expanding rail connectivity and increasing adequate engines. He told this to the journalists after a views exchange program with officials concerned of Road Transport and Railways Ministry at the Secretariat today. State Minister Habibur Rashid and Muhammad Rajib Ahsan were present at that time. The minister expressed his plan to increase capabilities of rail services by removing all hindrance to the development of the sector. State Minister for Fisheries and Livestock, Agriculture and Food, Sultan Salahuddin Tuku, has said the government will supply protein-rich food items, milk, eggs, meat and fish at subsidized prices to low-income families during the holy month of Ramadan. He said the initiative reflects the government's commitment to public welfare under the leadership of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. The program aims to cover around 10 lakh families across the country, expecting that it will help stabilize market prices and benefit general consumers as well, he added. Tuku today revealed this while speaking as chief guest at the inaugural ceremony of the subsidized sale program during Ramadan at the conference room of Livestock Research Institute in Mohakali. Mentioning that the government must work with the honesty and sincerity to implement the commitments made by the Prime Minister to the nation, the State Minister said through collective cooperation, it is possible to take the country forward on the path of development and prosperity. He said that this initiative of the government will play a supportive role in elevating the sufferings of low-income people, and there are also plans to expand this program further in the future. Sultan Salahuddin Tuku also said initiatives will be taken to introduce family cards, agriculture cards and health cards to implement the government's electoral commitments. He stressed the importance of honesty, sincerity and coordinated teamwork to meet the expectations of the people. The holy month of Ramadan has begun across Bangladesh, bringing a renewed spirit of devotion, reflection and self-discipline among Muslims nationwide. Ramadan, regarded as the month of mercy, forgiveness and salvation, holds special significance as the Holy Quran was revealed during this sacred month. It also includes Laylatul Qadr, the night of decree, which is described as being better than 1,000 months. From the capital Dhaka to rural villages, mosques have witnessed increased gatherings for prayers, including Taraweeh after Isha prayers. Religious scholars have urged the faithful to engage more in regular prayers, recitation of the Quran, fasting and remembrance of Allah throughout the month. Islamic thinkers and clerics have also called upon devotees to refrain from sinful activities and to uphold the values of patience, compassion and social harmony. Emphasis has been placed on helping the poor and underprivileged through charity and zakat. The government has taken measures to ensure a stable supply of essential commodities during the fasting month, while law enforcement agencies have increased security around mosques and major marketplaces. Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam has said that the trial proceedings of the Tribunal over crimes against humanity committed during the July mass uprising will continue through the normal legal process. He made the statement today while briefing journalists at the International Crimes Tribunal. Meanwhile, the International Crimes Tribunal has set March 2 for the hearing on formal charge framing against Rashid Khan Menon and advocate Kamrul Islam in a case over crimes against humanity committed during the July uprising. The three-member judicial panel of Tribunal 1, led by Chairman Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtuza Mazumdar, issued the order today. At the same time, the same tribunal has scheduled February 25 for the next round of witness testimony in the crimes against humanity case against ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and 16 others, including 10 army officers, over allegations of enforced disappearances and torture at the task force for interrogation cell during the Awami League's tenure. At this tribunal, witness testimony is also ongoing against 4 accused, including BGB officer Lieutenant Colonel Ridwanul Islam, in a case over the killing of 28 people in Rampura in the capital during the July uprising. Meanwhile, at Tribunal 2, testimony of the second witness is underway in the crimes against humanity case against Obaidul Qadir and 6 other accused in connection with the July mass uprising. A total of 16 arrested accused in these cases were produced before the tribunal this morning. National Citizen Party NCP member secretary and lawmaker Akhtar Hussain today urged the government to bring back Sheikh Hasina and other accused and ensure the punishment in the crime against humanity cases related to the July mass uprising. The lawmaker visited the International Crimes Tribunal ICT today and inquired about the progress of cases concerning the July uprising killings, forced disappearances and torture. He also sought information about the schedule of his own hearing. A total of 457 people have been accused in different cases relating to crimes against humanity. Of them, 293 are absconding. NCP's member secretary Akhtar Hussain urged the government to bring back all absconding accused to ensure judicial process. Now moving on to international news.